Most people want a miracle, but look closely at Saga. He just traded his shadow for gold. Would you pay that price? But the third wish was something Saga never expected. The workshop of Master Mateo was silent, except for the crackling of the furnace. On the stone table sat a small, ancient wooden box. It looked ordinary, but it was bound by 3 heavy locks: iron, silver, and gold. Saga stood before it, his eyes reflecting the hunger of a man who wanted everything. "Is it true, Master?" Saga whispered, his voice trembling with greed. "Does this box grant any 3 wishes? Can I truly have it all?" Master Mateo did not look up from the furnace. His face was etched with shadows, older than the stones of the floor. "Yes, Saga, the box grants 3 wishes, but the box does not take coins, it does not take jewels, it takes pieces of your existence. For every gain, there is a loss you cannot see until it is too late." Saga laughed, a sound of arrogance. "I am young and strong. I have plenty to give. I want to be the richest man in the world. I wish for gold." Master Mateo sighed and turned the heavy iron key. Click. The lock fell. Suddenly, the room felt colder. Saga's pockets grew heavy and his clothes turned to silk. But as he looked down, his heart stopped. The candle was burning bright, but there was no shadow beneath his feet. "My shadow!" Saga cried, terrified. "Where is it?" "The price of wealth is your connection to the earth," Mateo said coldly. "You have the gold, but you are no longer a part of the light. Greed is a poison that blinds the mind." Instead of stopping, Saga pointed to the silver lock. "I don't care about a shadow. I want power. I want everyone to obey me. I wish for the throne." Master Mateo turned the silver key. Click. The second lock fell. Outside, thousands of voices shouted Saga's name in fear and worship. But inside the room, Saga felt a strange emptiness in his ears. He tried to remember his mother's face, her soft voice singing to him when he was a child. He heard nothing. The memory was a blank wall. "I have forgotten her," Saga screamed, falling to his knees. "I have forgotten my mother's voice. Master, stop this. I want to go back." Master Mateo picked up the final key, the golden key. He held it before Saga's tear-filled eyes. "The third wish is the most dangerous. It can give you back your past, your shadow, and your memories, but it will cost you your future. You will live forever, but you will be a ghost. No one will ever see you. You will walk among men, but you will be invisible, a silent witness to a world that has forgotten you." Saga looked at his silk clothes, then at the empty space where his shadow should be. He looked at the golden key. The silence was deafening. "If I stay rich, I have no soul. If I take the third wish, I have no life. Master, what should I do?" Master Mateo closed the box with a heavy thud. "The box is not the problem, Saga. Your hunger is. Some doors are locked to protect you from yourself." He walked away, leaving the golden key on the table. Saga's hand reached out, shaking, as the last candle burned out. The golden key is still on the table. What would you do? Tell Master Mateo in the comments.